Hello folks, this is Chris with MotoMinded. Today we're going to go over the install instructions for the Bomber Bar Switch Dual. So what's included in the kit? We have the Bomber Bar Switch, we have some zip ties, we have the clamp, and then we have a 2.5 millimeter Allen. Tools you will need right here, 8 millimeter socket, Phillips to remove the OEM switch. We also need some side cutters to remove the zip ties on the OEM switch. Now on the dual switch, we have start and kill both together. This is the start coupling, and then this is the kill with, you're gonna have either one of these two extensions. If you have an off-road bike, so XCW, XCF, TE, TX, you're gonna get this guy here. This is the off-road version. It's a dual wire extension. And street legal bikes, you're gonna get this single wire extension. We'll go over a little more of that later in the install. So I've already removed the start and kill, tank, radiator shroud, seat, etc. And you can see here, this is our new freshie. This is our 2023 KTM 450 XCFW. Again, prep this guy just to save us some time on the install video length. Let's get to it. Okay, mounting the switch. I like to start with the switch aimed downward, get the clamp and the bolt started, use it by hand or use the little included Allen wrench. If you have a T-handle, it might be a little faster, better. And it's just easier to have the gravity help you a little bit. Start this. And what you're gonna do is kind of look at, depending on how many accessories you have on the bar, you're gonna want to, I guess the main tip I have is the bottom clamp. Get them kind of close to just start to create a little drag when you're attaching it to the bar. And then still move it. And then go ahead and tighten down the lower one to the point. It's difficult to turn it, but not impossible. Because usually if you like your switch position like I do, which is almost vertical, the lower one then is not accessible easy because the brake lever is in the way, but you finish your tightening with the top guy. And now got her nice and tight and snug. So now, also depending on how many accessories you have on your bar, you may want to run it below or above. You could do either with our dual. In this case, because I already have these wires come in from the front tire, the speedo sensor and whatnot. I'm gonna go under, route it this way. So I'm gonna initially just run it before I start zip tying. Get it here. Run the kill down on this side. And you're gonna see here, the flat 4. I pulled this out for the video, but you can see the slot here. This is actually, the plug will go in between the two. So the switch will come behind, the switch side will come behind and go here. And in this case, just for the video, I'm just gonna plug it in now. So there are your start wires. This little loop back, interesting little guy. So in 2019, Husqvarna and KTM, there was a run stop switch, not a kill switch, a run stop switch on the street legal bikes. That is where those two connected. So if you break this, if you cut this with your side cutters, your bike will not start. Even if you tap the start button, fuel pump won't come on, all that stuff won't kick on. So this is also what we use for our hidden kill switch. You'll see videos and a new product coming soon for that. So in this case, that's what that little loop for is. Now, in our switch assembly, we have both start and kill, so that goes here. So why do we have these bullet connectors here? This main switch assembly will work for both street legal and off-road bikes. In this case, what I explained earlier, off-road bikes, both the kill leads go under the tank, under the frame. For the street legal bikes, there will be a bullet connector up here. You'll see that when you remove the kill switch, you will unplug a bullet connector that's right here near the steer tube. So that's why we include this guy, just a single wire for the extension on the street legal bikes. And again, here's the OEM start switch, and you can see our plug and ride systems are exactly the same. So you are the same way you are removing your switch, you're going to be installing the new switch. There's no splicing, nothing different. As you uninstall it, unplug it, just pay attention to what you unplugged, and you're going to be plugging back in the same way. Okay, let's continue on the routing. So we'll go to tidying this up later. Let's route this down the side of the frame here. And on the kill, you're going to have the bullets up here in the front of the steer tube. We're going to route it with the clutch line. Bullet connector, when you removed your kill, you remove these guys. So pay attention, this little washer has a little serrated side to it. It's hard to see in the video, and then some notches on the other. The serrations go to the frame. So when I put this eye terminal here, then I'm gonna put this guy on. The notch terminals go towards the eyes, and then the serrated part goes to the frame. If you have an older bike and this is corroded, clean it up. You're gonna wanna keep this clean because that's also part of the coil and the rest of the computer. It's one of the grounds for the system. So you wanna keep that clean and free of rust. So there's the bullet that we removed from the kill switch earlier. Just reapply it. There you go. So this is a good time before you finish all the final wiring, to just go ahead and test the start switch. There we go. Obviously it's not gonna fire up because I don't have the tank on. As soon as, it might be a good idea to go ahead and put the tank on, plug it in, do the fuel line coupling, test it out, test out the kill, but it's pretty straightforward on this. So you're gonna do final tightening on this, run some zip ties up. When you removed again, adjust my camera a little bit here. When you removed the start kill, in this case the kill is on this side, you're going to re-zip tie. It's probably behind the hand guards. We included the zip tie here, zip tie here as well. Do some organizing here. Good if you're not running one of our super mounts to organize these wires. I just suggest you zip tie these guys up so they're not bouncing and moving. So say for example, if this guy was loose all day long, it's going to create some wire fatigue and eventually a failure in the wires here, just because they're constantly moving and flexing and the copper wires will break. So just tidy these up and keep them nice and tight. We'll do some videos on the super mount and you'll be able to see the advantages of that project, as well as our hidden kill switch, which again works off this circuit here. Thanks for watching.